got Chip and Kevin with us. Thanks for sponsoring today, gentlemen. Why do you keep this up?
Well, it's such a great opportunity each spring for the House and Senate to relax a little bit and enjoy each other's company instead of arguing like they might have to do at other times. And so we've got a perfect day. It's a great year. We're delighted to do it.
Kevin, it's interesting to me that the St. Louis Regional Chamber is sponsoring this, but we're playing 16-inch softball, which is a Chicago game. Why are we doing that?
Well, you know, Chicago Cubs and St. Louis Cardinals, you know, one family, you know, so we all get along.
Are you including the White Sox there?
We can include the White Sox as well.
Well, thanks for sponsoring again. Should be a good game.
Good.
We are here with a freshman in the Illinois Senate, a Democrat from DuPage County, playing here for the first time for the Senate. Your cousin is the Senate president, the leader of the team. How's the Senate going to do today?
Well, I think our intensity level is superb. I think the reality that we've come here to play, and we're not taking prisoners. This House team should be ready and prepared for the ultimate beating. I truthfully don't understand why they're even coming today, but you know what? They have to make a showing somewhat.
Senator Tom Cullerton is always one to offer a good word. Now, on the floor right before adjournment, the captain of the team, Senator Dan Katowski, a fellow Loyola Academy Rambler,
yes,
as you and I are, he said that in the Senate it's okay now to be bald and beautiful. I assume you agree with that?
Oh, it should have always been okay. The fact we had to mandate it now is kind of disturbing, but I'm glad to be part of that team.
Representative John D'Amico, the coach of the House team, correct?
Yeah, I don't know how I got that position. They just gave that to me, so that just means I got to make up the lineup, that's all.
and with our good friend and his senator, Senator Ira Silverstein, who's going to win this game tonight?
Well, I think the odds are with us. We got some new players here. And I think the odds are with us according to Vegas. I don't know what Representative D'Amico says, but they've got some old talent over there. You need some new blood there, John.
We'll see. We're going to give it our best. That's all I say.
No, I think the coach of the House should be a little more confident than we'll do our best.
Well, we're going to try very hard. Let's leave it at that.
Sounds like the Cub fan.
We've got a freshman in the Illinois Senate here with us, Senator Mike Hastings from the Southwest Suburbs. How are you going to do in your first game?
I think we're going to be vying for the MVP of the game.
Oh, very. Now that sounds like West Point confidence to me from a West Point veteran here. So you're going to have a strong performance for you and a strong win?
Every Southside Irishman in his genes should know how to play 16-inch softball. If I whiff, though, don't hold me accountable.
Now we're with State Representative Rita Mayfield. She has been described as the secret weapon for the House. So you're predicting a strong victory?
Absolutely. Every year I'm here, we win. We're taking home the trophy this year. No holds barred.
What position are you going to play tonight?
Right field.
Right field. Are you ready?
I'm definitely ready. I think we may have a few lefties on that Senate team. I'm here. Nothing's getting past me.
Nothing's getting past you.
That's right.
We're now with Representative Ron Sandak, the former mayor of Downers Grove. Last year he played in this game for the Senate, but this year he's playing for the House. The House going to win tonight?
Well, actually 2 years I played for the Senate and we lost, so if the House loses, I'm retiring, because it's me.
Well, just from the team, though, not from the House.
That's to the voters, but I hope not.
So with all the big issues that you're dealing with, you know, pension and concealed carry and others, what's so important about gathering the House and the Senate tonight?
There's nothing important about it, but it's good fun. And you know, the spirit of camaraderie, the General Assembly members gather and talk trash, so that's good fun.
Good bipartisan, bicameral.
Sure, absolutely. Bipartisan, bicameral trash talking.
Rah, 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 go House members.
Beautiful day for a game. You think the House is going to pull it out?
Yes, I do. I'm confident that they are.
How are all the freshmen in the House and the Senate going to do tonight?
They're going to do great.
Yeah.
New energy. They're excited. Their first softball game. They're going to bring it home.
Okay. We're with Senator Terry Link from Lake County, a veteran of the Senate, softball team. How's the game going to go tonight?
Well, the Senate by a wide margin. I think, you know, we recruited very heavily in to get those 40 Democratic senators and some others, but most of the recruiting was their ability to play softball.
So a guy like Napoleon Harris can not just play football; he can play softball.
Right. You got Napoleon. You got a lot of these athletes that are young. Their legs are young. Their bodies are young, so they could take the beating of going out there and playing real hard. And I think Napoleon probably played third, so nobody around third with him there. I think he could block that base pretty good.
Right. Now, a few years ago, you and I had a teammate out here who also was a young player for the team. now President Obama. How did he do when he was out here?
I got to tell you, he's a great president. We'll leave it at that because we found out that he was not quite the superstar we thought he was going to be when we had him in the field.
You're talking softball, not politics, right?
That's it, softball. He only can handle hardball. He has a tough time handling the softball.
Okay. Great. Senator Matt Murphy from the Northwest Suburbs here, a star of the softball team for the Senate. How's the Senate going to do?
Well, you know, I think we're out here to win. We're always out here to win. We got some young blood. We're ready to take the title back from the House.
Right. The new kids on the block are going to do okay for the Senate?
New kids on the block. We raided the House for a little bit of talent. We got some outside talent. I think we're ready to take it back.
Nice. So strong victory, close game?
Well, you know, we got a lot going on tonight, so I think it'd be preferable if we could get to Slaughter and get on to our other events.
Oh, there you go.
And I'd prefer to not have to be too sweaty when I go see the people tonight.
Yeah.
You know,
You have several mayors in town tonight,
we've got some mayors in town, and you know, we've got official business, so it would be nice to be presentable when we get to that. I'm not sure the House is going to make us sweat today.
Oh, very nice. And of course, you won't be getting hurt out there.
You know, I've been knocking on wood all day.
All right.
One of these years I'm going to be too old. I just don't know what year it is.
Right, not this year. All right, thanks, Matt.
You bet.
And this is another player who has switched sides. He has gone from the House to the Senate. You've won for the House. Are you going to win for the Senate?
2-0 in the House. So yeah, I feel like the luck is, maybe not the luck, the skill is coming over to the other side of the Capitol, hopefully today.
I've heard a lot of members saying that the new Senate freshmen are really what's going to take it.
We have 2 Division I athletes on our team, and Mike Hastings and Napoleon Harris. So if we do lose, we're not going to have a lot of good excuses for losing.
Great. We've got Senator Iris Martinez from Chicago, a huge star for the Senate, and she's ready to pull home a victory, right?
We sure are. I'm very excited this year because we have a lot of young blood. We got younger members here in the Senate. I think we have a couple of House members that are here, so now at least we have some, you know, the batting force here. We're very excited. I think we're going to be victorious today.
Great. Now, what advice have you given to these new members on the importance of the game and how to get to victory?
Well, I told them that, you know, this is their initiation, that either they make it, you know, in the Senate, it's all based on what happens today. You know, either you...
It's vital.
It's very vital. So this is like the initiation. They need to really let people know if they really are true Senate material.
That's right.
So, you know, I think they're going to prove that today.
They can earn the title Senator tonight.
Absolutely.
That's
yes,
great.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you.
Have fun. We're here with Rich Miller, the creator of Capital Facts, which everyone in Springfield reads, and he is a co-sponsor this evening, and you're the announcer for the game, right?
Yeah, the sole announcer this year, which is, so there's a lot of pressure. I don't know. Susan Garrett in the past had helped out and done some stuff, but who in their right mind would call Susan Garrett to have her come out of retirement and come down here? So.
Oh, she would have loved to.
Yeah, I know. That's why who in their right mind would have called her. No offense, Susan.
Now, with all the craziness that's going on in Springfield, the big issues that they're dealing with, what's so important about having this game tonight?
Well, it's a way to let off some steam, get some bipartisan camaraderie. You know, people don't hang out like they used to hang out, and so it gives them a chance to meet after hours, talk about things on a personal level, get to know people. Sometimes people vote against somebody's bill because they don't like them.
Right, and hopefully tonight they'll like each other a little more.
Well, at least within their respective chambers, yeah.
Right. So
right.
Maybe get to 30 and 60 votes a little easier on some issues?
Maybe. We'll see. If nothing else, I'll have a good time.
Right. We are now with Senator Karen McConaughey from Kane County. She has been the Kane County Board Chairman. She has decided to go to the Senate. The voters agreed with that, and are you excited about your first House versus Senate softball game?
I can't tell you how exciting this is. You know, when I was thinking about becoming a senator and the idea of running for office, it was about being part of this. It was about being at this game, and I hear this is like a really critical year because there's a bunch of old guys over in the House, and we've got a young, vibrant team team on the Senate side. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
So I'm guessing you think the Senate's going to have a strong win tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Is there any question?
I'm not sure you're dressed to go out there and play. Are you going to play tonight?
No, I don't think so. I have many constituents in town. I have to go see my constituents, and frankly, I want the Senate to win, so we would not want to put me out on the field.
So you're going to be cheering loudly for your teammates?
I am, of course, and beautiful weather. Is it always beautiful weather?
It has been nice lately. Yeah, we've been lucky.
Yeah.
So is this a good night for camaraderie in the Senate and the House?
Yeah, well, I think so. But you know, this is the thing that I can't wait to see is who injures themselves. I hear all kinds of crazy stories about what happens to people when they play. You get to a certain age.
Everyone's goal is to not injure themselves.
I know, but nothing ever serious. I hear it's just a lot of aches and pains sort of stuff that happens. So I don't want anybody to get hurt.
No,
you know.
not at all.
But a lot of limping around tomorrow.
Right.
Is that what happens?
A few people will be sore tomorrow. Yes.
I will not be one of them. That was the idea here.
Well, good cheering.
Yeah, rah rah.
Go Senate. Oh, nice. We're here with Senator Andy Manar from the Springfield to Decatur area, a longtime Senate staffer, but playing in his first House versus Senate softball game. How are you feeling about it, Senator?
I feel pretty good. It's a beautiful evening here in Springfield, just north of my district, right. But I feel at home here. Yeah.
What position are you going to play?
I have no idea.
Wherever Coach tells you?
I'm a freshman legislator, so it's typical that I'm going to do probably whatever I'm told tonight. So
You're not the typical freshman, though. You know a lot more about all this process. And why do you think it's important for the Senate and the House to come out tonight and play when you've got all these big issues going on?
It's important because it develops camaraderie, especially for new members in the Senate. You know, we have an incredible number of freshman legislators this year. Allows us to get to know our colleagues and our peers, and I think it allows us to get off of the political field for a little bit and get into a little more relaxed setting, which is a good thing in my book.
Right, absolutely. House going to win tonight or the Senate?
I think the Senate is going to run away with this game tonight, Dave.
Great,
yeah.
great.
I'm confident the Senate's going to run away with this game.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
You're wearing green, Marty.
For good luck. That's it. I'm having a good time. What a beautiful day for baseball today. As you can see, the teams are warming up. Obviously, that the Senate brought in all the ringers. They've been resting all year, haven't been doing any legislation. We've been working our tails off. Some of our guys are a little tired, but we're going to rally in the end and pull out a big victory.
Senators need a little nap time, don't you think?
Well, look at them out there. They're napping right out there right now in the field.
We're with my state representative, Marty Moylan, a freshman in the House. Yes. So I'm going to guess you're predicting a victory for the House tonight.
Yes, it's going to be a squeaker, but I think we'll pull it out in the end. Yeah.
A squeaker? You sound a little more confident than just a squeaker.
Well, you know, we don't like to be overconfident. You know, we'll keep them in the game to the end and then just pull it out.
All right.
Just like we do in all our legislation.
Now, are you playing tonight?
No, I'm not. I'm just getting over my injury.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with your rehab of your knee?
I'm rooting, cheering, and I'm holding keys and stuff for all our players.
Oh, there you go. Good.
So I have a major part in this game.
I'm sure we'll be able to hear you from the stands.
Yes, yes. And thank you guys for covering it, okay? We really appreciate it.
Here we are with the comeback player of the year for the House, returning state representative Jay Hoffman. Is the House going to win tonight, Jay?
Oh, we're always going to win. They brought me out of retirement to be here, so hopefully we'll have a good game. It's a lot of fun, and it's always fun for the people, and it's a good rivalry. We had to wake the Senators up from their naps so they come out here and play tonight.
Now you played college baseball, right?
Yeah.
And what advice have you given to your teammates tonight to get a victory?
Don't get hurt. Don't pull any muscles.
Don't embarrass yourselves.
Don't embarrass yourself. And if it's hit really hard, just get out of the way, let it go to the fence, and pick it up and throw it in, right?
Now, in your neck of the woods down in southern Illinois, do they play much 16-inch ball?
No, see, we make enough money there we can afford gloves.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, so we play 12-inch softball, and a lot of some fast pitch, some slow pitch. So this is a little different for us.
Are you still playing in a league?
No, I quit that a while ago. Golf's more my speed now, right?
Nice. All right, play well, Jay. We're here with another freshman in the House, Representative Mike Smitty from the Quad Cities area. He's playing in his first game for the House against the Senate. How's it going to go tonight?
Oh, the House is going to win, of course.
Now, why do you say that? With so many freshmen on both sides, unproven teams, but you sound pretty confident.
We got the younger players over here on our side, so I think we can outage them.
Somebody just pointed out to us, there's no player on the House team that has a Super Bowl ring, but there is one on the Senate. What kind of impact do you think that'll have?
We can always take him out early.
Not to get hurt seriously, just temporarily, right?
Yeah, just temporarily, so he can't play.
So, and your time in the House, do you think this is a good night for camaraderie between the House and the Senate?
Oh, absolutely. It always is when we can get together and just have some fun.
Yeah, good. And this will help get everybody through the trials of May, right?
I'm hoping. I haven't done that yet, but I'm hearing that this is probably going to have to happen every night to get us through May.
It won't be dull. All right, thanks, Representative. Napoleon Harris, another freshman to the Senate, but not just any freshman. I've heard from some of the House members that they might be a little intimidated that there's now somebody wearing a Super Bowl ring on the Senate team.
I don't know if it's intimidation. You know, I play professional sports. I understand the competitiveness of this game and the rivalry that it entails. So I'm just going to go out here and give my best effort, and hopefully the Senate brings home the win.
Now, is your time in the NFL, playing for the Raiders, playing in a Super Bowl, is that going to help out the Senate tonight?
Well, hopefully it is. You know, I think athleticism transfers from sport to sport, and I would pretty much make the bet that I'm probably the most athletic guy on either side of the ball, and hopefully that translates to a win.
There you go. Have you been practicing at home?
You know, I really haven't. You know, I think softball is something that we all enjoy from being children, and it's a fun time. It's a great camaraderie between the House and the Senate, and but we're looking to win.
Yeah. You think it's going to be a big Senate win tonight?
Well, you know, you don't know. I mean, I think you got some guys. You have a few guys over in the House that's pretty athletic, and they got younger as well as we did, so it should be a competitive game, but I look for us to pull it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping you do. Great.
Thanks,
Napoleon.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Representative Will Davis with us. The game is on. How's it going so far?
Off to a slow start. You know, the House, we're a little sluggish today because we've actually been working a little harder than the Senate these days, so we're just a little tired.
Hey, slow start, and yet you've got the lead.
Well, you know, we know how to work it a little bit. You know, our math is a lot better than theirs, so we know it's all about addition. You know, they have no idea what that means.
So you think the House is going to be victorious?
Oh, absolutely. No question the House is going to be victorious yet again because, you know, they're the Senate. They're actually the lower chamber, quiet as kept.
Sounds almost like fighting words. You ready for the game of May to get on?
Well, yeah. Well, we're in May. It's time to get it done. We got a lot of big issues to address, so let's just get it done, do the will of the people so we can go home.
All right, great. We're here with Representative Jim Sasha, the auctioneer of the House. Are you auctioning off any teams or?
Well, you know, the thing is we have two teams out here, and one would bring a considerable amount of money and the other probably wouldn't bring much, and you probably know which team I feel would bring the big bucks.
The Cubs, right?
No, I think what we have here tonight is a horribly mismatched game, and I think it will bear it out. We're very early in this event, but come about I would say the fifth inning, the Senate might as well pack their bags and head home.
Is it intimidating to House members that there's now a member on the Senate team who wears a Super Bowl ring?
I don't think anybody on the House team is intimidated by anyone. You know, I just think
they're tough and ready for battle.
I think so. And you've seen it happen already. The first 4 months of this year, you know, legislation continues to come out of the Senate, 59-0. And then we have to straighten it all out and send it back on concurrence. And I think we're going to see a lot the same tonight in this game. You know that.
So you think the House will show the Senate who really is the upper chamber?
There's literally no doubt in my mind that will be the case. Absolutely.
Thanks, Representative. We're with Senator Mike Jacobs, a third-generation legislator from the Quad Cities area. Is the Senate going to win tonight?
No.
No, wow.
I think that the House is just too darn young for them. The Senate, you know, we're older. We may be a little wiser. If we were playing chess or dominoes or some kind of game that involved the mind, we'd probably win. But the Senate tends to be a little older, and our bodies are a little not as in good shape as the House, young House members.
Even with the new members in the Senate, you don't think the Senate's going to pull this out?
We do have a couple of new members. I would like to point out that we have a couple of former athletes, including one former NFL football player. You'd think that'd give us some kind of advantage.
He's wearing a Super Bowl ring. That should count for something.
That should count for something, you know. But you know, it's the wrong sport. I think if we played him in football or basketball with Senator Mike Fricks, we'd put a hurt on him.
There you go.
But in the baseball, I'm not quite sure.
Now, I'm wondering what the other Senator Jacobs thinks is going to happen. Senator Denny Jacobs, who's going to win this game tonight?
Oh, I think that the Senate's going to come back. Yeah, I think the House their youth is good, but I think that gives them a little over-exuberance. And I think the Senate will come back. You know, all the years you played Senator.
We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
Came back.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
you got to come back. That's what the Senate's all about.
And these freshmen in the Senate are going to get the job done?
Yeah, I think so. We got some pretty good little ball players out there, and got some big boys.
Well, now that I've heard you two old-timers talk about how it's going to go, I'm going to retract my statement and go with the Senate.
All right, great. We are now with the president of the Illinois Senate, our good friend Senator John Cullerton from Chicago. The game is on. You think the Senate's going to pull it out?
Well, you have to remember that when we have these games, they have twice as many members as we do, and they tend to be a lot younger. So we already start off as a little bit of a disadvantage, and yet it seems like every year we win anyway.
I've had several members of the Senate tell me that you did such an outstanding job of recruiting. You not only got 40 members, but you got a lot of great athletes.
People think that when I went out and asked people to run for Senate, that I thought that I was picking on the basis of their ability to get elected.
Right.
Had nothing to do with it. Okay. Now,
it was a nice bonus for you.
I'm going for guys that have played in the Super Bowl.
Right. You've got a Super Bowl ring on your team.
Napoleon Harris, he's out there showing us that he knows how to play softball as well. Steve Stolliman, great left-handed softball player from Rockford. So we brought in some new talent. Unfortunately, maybe the other guys did too.
A lot of new members on both teams.
Yeah, that's right. We got 16 new members in the Senate. The nice thing about the House is they tend to have more and more women. And we think that they should play the women, though, as often as the men.
Equal opportunity, right?
Absolutely. That's what we do in the
Absolutely.
Senate. So we think if they stuck to that program, it would even be a more competitive game.
There you go. So you think the Senate is going to pull it out?
I always think the Senate's going to pull it out. Right. The only thing that could be a problem would be if Madigan's keeping score.
Well, you and the Speaker can probably work things out on that.
A conference committee.
Well, I don't know if we like those anymore, do we?
We haven't had one in a while, but we might need one.
So as we enter May, this is an important time to gather with the House and Senate together as we go through the final
Great.
stretch.
This is a great tradition. I've been out here for 34 years.
Played on both teams?
Absolutely. Jesse White used to come out and hit home runs every time he was up. Right. But we did have a really good stretch of the Senate winning. So it's not a sure thing every year for the House, and it's great to have bipartisanness. Is there on each team. Yes. So that's a big help too.
Good. Great. Thanks, President.
Thank you.
They're dropping their balls all over out there.
We're here with Senator Frank Watson, who is retired from the Senate, the former leader of the Republican caucus and coach of the team. How do you think the new freshmen in the Senate are going to do tonight?
Well, I think they're going to do real well because they're young.
Yeah.
You know, they're
a little younger than you and I.
Yes, the age dropped dramatically, and I don't know anybody anymore. It's amazing how quick you lose contact with the people that are elected. I'm having to reintroduce myself. Well, there's Bob Malero. I know Bob. Bobby's here.
Bobby, come in here.
Come on in here, Bob. Bob played for the Senate.
No, look, Senator Bob Malero has joined us. Senator Malero has played for both teams, the House and the Senate.
Yeah, he plays for both sides. You know about that, don't you, Dave? You guys done? I'm sorry.
No, I just want to remind you, not that I should, but you know, they do a most valuable player trophy at the end of each game. And I can't recall who was the only guy that won it as a senator and won it as a rep. There's only one person in history of this game.
It could have been either one of you.
No, it wasn't him. I think it was me.
Oh, so Senator Malero, very well done.
No,
you know,
and it's good of you to bring that up, Frank.
Yeah. The reason that I ran for the Senate, I was in the House for 4 years, from 78 to 82. Right. The reason I ran for the Senate was so I could play in this game, because the House was all controlled by the Democrats. I never got it. We never got to play.
Even with your talent.
I had all the talent in the world.
Did they think a downstate guy like you didn't know how to play 16-inch softball?
Well, they were right about that.
But he had talent. Yeah. Not for softball, but he had a lot of talent. Which one? How you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling
good.
well.
Good.
Who's going to win tonight?
You know, unfortunately, for us senators, it's the House.
It's the House.
Yeah, but
well, they're younger. In the House.
They're younger, and but it's going to be close.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
We're here with Senator Kwame Raoul from the Senate. How's the Senate going to do?
Well, you know, the challenge that the Senate has this year is the same challenge that the Chicago Bulls have. You know, their star player is a little bit injured. You know, you see that?
So have you recovered yet?
You know, my hamstrings are burning. My hamstrings are burning.
Are you going to play through the pain?
Well, you know, I'm going to root them on, same as Derrick Rose is doing for the Chicago Bulls. I'm going to root them on and hope that, you know, my vocal inspiration will carry the day. You know, I think the problem here is I think the House may have made a special appropriation for the umpires.
Oh, boy, we're calling Napoleon Harris has hit it to third base, and he's out at first.
Oh, that's not the result we wanted. I guess you know, talent in one sport doesn't necessarily translate into talent in another sport.
Well, maybe next time at bat.
That may be a Super Bowl play, but it's not a World Series play.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.